Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to yet another episode. Well, I have some really incredible news to share with you. I think this year has been a great year. Honestly, parents literally cannot stop winning, and I'm very happy to tell you that we've come a long way. And I wanted to touch upon a few significant events that came up this year and all the winnings that we've had. And as you know, maybe a couple years ago, not very many people knew about what is happening in the schools. I certainly didn't know until the teacher Carolyn Brajowski, she had a delegation at the school board where she exposed the age-inappropriate books. Now, ever since then, beginning of this year, I had my first delegation, which went viral. It was on Fox News. So let's begin with the first win of the year, and that is a viral delegation, which basically put the Waterloo District School Board on the map. And my question to them was, who is interested in knowing my daughter's sexuality? Who's interested in that? And my delegation revolved around the Waterloo District School Board surveying minors on disclosing their sexuality and also on the inappropriate books that they have in the libraries. Now, this went viral on Fox News, like I said, and basically that's how I got into everything. Now, another significant win was when the Waterloo District School Board addressed my delegation. Now, in their mind, they probably thought that they're doing the right thing. However, I believe that they really messed up here. Now, I'm under the impression that anytime the Waterloo District School Board and the leadership opens their mouth, it's a huge win because people get to hear exactly what they're saying. And I actually really encourage them to speak, and I want you to listen. This is basically what this channel is about, just basically repeating what they say out loud and just seeing how crazy they are. So anytime they speak, it's a win. And they put out this open letter basically addressing my initial viral delegation, and they included a bunch of things in that letter, which I think everybody should have a look at, including their procedures on how basically they tell kids that if they want to socially transition at school and self-ID, that they're going to support them, and that they actually don't really want to tell parents about it because it's going to bring harm to students. And by implementing the social ID, boys can enter the girls' washroom and change rooms, and they can participate in girls' sports. So I highly recommend you have a look at that letter and you see exactly what they're talking about. Furthermore, it also showed how they handle parental concerns, and that is they call parents bigots and hateful and whatever phobes, and they obviously have no leg to stand up on. And they've admitted as well that these books are also in the library, so I think them releasing that letter was a huge win. Another huge win is obviously Carolyn Brajowski's court case. She's in court on a couple lawsuits, one of them being the defamation and the other one being her being stopped the Waterloo District School Board when she presented. And the judge said in the defamation lawsuit that she actually didn't infringe on any human right and that she should be allowed to speak. I've covered this topic, and there was a post by Carolyn Brajowski as well covering and giving more details. I'm going to link it below, and please support Carolyn Brajowski because she is a teacher and she's fighting for us all just to bring the truth out. And I really appreciate all the work that she's done, and I gotta tell you, I owe it to her, because if it wasn't for her being treated that way, I don't think I would have ever known exactly what's happening in the school board. Another huge win that happened is the Million March protest. Now, as you are aware, a lot of parents across Canada are beginning to see exactly what's happening and the kind of things that the school boards are teaching and pushing on kids. Anything from gender ideology, socially transitioning the kids, grooming them into believing things that are not even based in biological and scientific truth, defying parents, and of course, just putting the kids on this path that is going to lead them to possibly medical transition, and that's both psychological and physical ramifications, possibly sterilizing them for life from an early age. They really romanticize this stuff. So the Million March protest was a huge success, and I'm really happy to report that obviously I've spoken at the Kitchener protest. We've had over 2,000 people attend that. So that's a massive win. I have my speech online. And another huge win that followed shortly after was me being on CTV News. And this was a live broadcast. I talked about the Million March for Kids, and the Minister of Diversity herself spoke right before me. Then I had the opportunity to go in and basically destroy her live on television, and just call out all the misconceptions. And I highly recommend that you check out that video as well. Other things that have been happening is, of course, this alternative education. And I even hate to use the word alternative. I would just say education, because I believe that the current public system is not really educating kids. They're more like indoctrinating kids. So, a lot of people are opening up education centers, and that includes churches as well, where they want to give families an alternative, and of course the rise of homeschool. That's been a great thing. So this is a huge win. Now more than ever, people are looking into educating their kids at home or sending them to private education. And finally, the last enormous win is all the awareness that has been brought to this subject. I can't state enough how much support I have. Basically, everybody that I talk to is incredibly supportive, and it seems to me like parents are all on the right page and on the same page. And honestly, sometimes I feel like maybe I'm caught up in a bubble. But the minority of radical thinkers when it comes to gender ideology, maybe they're just not talking to me, but I can tell you that the parents that I've been talking to and the parents that have been approaching me have been basically expressing their concerns with the schools and have been congratulating me on sticking up for what's right. And I honestly believe that we are actually going through a time right now that reveals how important it is for you to spend time with your family, how important it is for you to get those kids off the screens. If you're not spending time with them, somebody else is going to spend time and fill their heads up with something. So I really encourage you, even coming up into the new year, just to put time in together with the kids. Now, something else that I've been really focusing on is I wanted to put a little bit more effort in these videos, so I've invested a little bit of money. You probably don't know this, but I actually spend between 20 to 40 hours a week basically looking at different videos, looking at papers, doing research, and just making sure that the information that I put out here is as accurate as possible. That's why I include screenshots and I talk about things and it's the information that I wished I had access to. And I know that you're probably really busy and you don't have time to go look for yourself. So I try to put everything in like really short videos, like 5 to 10 minutes, and have people who are kind of experts come on and come on my podcast and talk about it a little bit more. So I've decided to just open up this support thing called Coffee, where you can make a donation or a monthly subscription, just because I'm spending so much time on things. And a lot of people have asked me how can they support me, and I've been doing this for free. Obviously, I'm still going to do it for free. It doesn't really matter. But at the end of the day, if you did want to show your appreciation and if you did want to cover some of the expenses, obviously I have a family as well, and I am spending a lot of time on this, I would really appreciate it. And I just put a dollar amount over there. I don't know, starting like $6, $15, $40, whatever you want, either a one-time donation or a monthly. I really appreciate it, and I really want to represent parents. Obviously, I'm a dad as well, and I love my family, and I'm hoping that, when I go speak at the school boards, which I've done 3 times already, obviously the school boards are under pressure from all of this, and we got to keep the pressure on. So if you don't have time to do it, please just show your support. Obviously, I would really appreciate it. And for next year, let's just keep winning. Let the winnings come. For parents, let's keep talking and raising awareness. Reach out to your school boards, reach out to your trustees, reach out to the parliament members as well. Let the government know that they need to be accountable, and we got to hold these people accountable. Honestly, I really appreciate everything that you've done. I know my content is getting censored hard for the words that I use, but at the end of the day, it is what it is, and I am not going to change my language for them. So I would really appreciate just Hard sharing these videos and helping me overcome censorship, just so other parents could know. I really appreciate all the support. I really do. It's been an amazing year. I have over 140 videos out at this point, which is pretty crazy. And I'm excited to see what next year is going to come. I know it's going to be amazing. I also want to wish you a Merry Christmas and have a great time with your family during this holiday season. Hug your kids and, be thankful for what you have. I know I'm very thankful. And I just wanted to thank you once again for all the support and for sharing these videos and for subscribing. It really means a lot. And thank you. Take care.